Hello everyone, welcome to the Shabbos Drasha for Parshas Vayikrah, March 27th, 2020. Over the last century, our human race has accomplished incredible things. We've invented technologies, advanced technologies, created incredible gadgets that have enabled us to communicate and see people across the world. We've discovered some of the mysteries of the universe, chemically, biologically. It seems that anything we need, we can invent it. Any problems, medically, we can fix it. We march forward with confidence of our power and control. And our influence continues to widen. It seems like nothing stands in our way. And in our arrogance, we on some level believe that the universe answers to us. It is therefore difficult to have humility, to feel hapless and hopeless. It's been difficult to surrender. That is, until a few short weeks ago. Now we have questions and problems that we don't have solutions for. We can't do anything about it. Originally, it was just China and Iran, but that can't touch us, the United States of America. We have advanced medical systems, organized doctors, but now the United States has more cases than anywhere in the world, and that theory too has evaporated. I wanted to discuss an idea related to this from this week's Parsha. A most difficult topic. The topic of karbanos, animal sacrifice, that really dominates a lot of Vayikrah. And many of our mitzvos, many of the 613 mitzvos are also related to this most difficult and confusing topic of karbanos. Animal sacrifice sounds so foreign to our ears, to our modern sensitivities. But our rabbis teach us that the world stands on three things: Torah, Avoda, Gemilas Chasadim. Torah, we understand. Studying Torah, it's a game changer. It transforms a person. Chesed, kindness, Gemilas Chasadim. It makes us into givers, not takers. It makes us selfless in the emulation of God. But karbanos, sacrifices, what's the big thing? Why is it so fundamental? What does it even mean? What makes it one of the reasons of our existence, and the reason our existence keeps on going? Rab Shamshon Raphael Hirsch famously says that the word karban is often translated as sacrifice, which means sacrifice implies we're giving something up. It really is from the root word karov, to become closer to Hashem. Let's explain. What is the equivalent of sacrifices today? What is the equivalent of karbanos? I'll use that word, karbanos today. The equivalent of karbanos today, our rabbis teach us in the Gemara, as explained by the Rishonim, is tefillah, is our prayer. What is prayer? Let's explain prayer. What is the essence of prayer, and why does the world stand on it? We ask for things. We plead for things. But what are we really doing? At first glance, it does not seem so lofty. I'm asking God, I need this, I want that. Why is that a lofty? Why does that keep the world going, that I'm turning to Hashem for my needs? So I want to share with you today the essence of what tefillah, what prayer is from the Chovos HaLevavos. It's an incredible thing. The Chovos HaLevavos in Shar Cheshbon Nefesh, in Cheshbon 9, says, "V'roi lecha achi sheteda, my brother, I want you to know, ki kavanasenu b'tefillah eino kim kalos hanefesh el hu elokim." We may be asking, but the essence of prayer is not the request, but the recognition and the process of kalos hanefesh, of the diminishment of our self to Hashem. We are turning to Hashem, and we are saying, with every fiber of our being, with every ounce of our energy, we're getting rid of our own self-dependence. The Kinyasu Lafana, you are humbling yourself in front of Him. By praising and by thanking Hashem and recognizing Hashem's romamus, loftiness. We're recognizing and we're throwing all of our needs, all of our pekalach, all of our everything we're throwing onto Hashem. We're nullifying the Anochi, the I. We're getting rid of our ego. We need you for everything in our lives. We need you for das. We need you for refuos. We need you for parnasa, for healing, for our livelihood. Everything a human being needs. We are recognizing that Hashem is the makor, the source, the makor hachayim, the source of all life. The asking is just a means to an end of this recognition, this hakara. That's tefillah, that's prayer in its purest form. And we serve Hashem with all of our hearts. That means my entire heart is full of this. It's all you, Hashem. I can't do nothing. We have nothing without you. There's no person. There's no force in the entire world that can hurt me or help me without you. And I believe that b'chol avavachem, my entire heart is filled with this. There's no any part of me that feels it could do it without you, Hashem, is lacking in the essence of prayer. This is what davening is: total surrender, a letting go, a relinquishing of a need to be in full control, a clarity that we have no control, that ein od milvado, that there's nothing in the universe besides Hashem. This is what davening is. This is what prayer is. This is what avoda, the service, the devotion, the giving over of myself to Hashem. An example of this happened recently when there was a serious possibility. The president was talking about the malaria drug. It's a game changer. It's going to heal the sick. And I noticed about myself that my next Shemona Esrei, my next prayer, was not the same. It wasn't the same. Well, we have the answer. It's done. It's taken care of. We have the drug. All of a sudden, it doesn't seem so simple. It's not proven. It's not approved. It's not this. It's not that. Back to Hashem. It's amazing. We have to keep this firmly in our hearts. That's what avoda is. Everything is you, Hashem. And karbanos, it's difficult to explain and understand, is the same thing. The Ramban explains that karbanos is taking something alive, an animal. It's alive and conscious on some level. There's no neshama, but there's a nefesh, an animal soul. And the Ramban explains, b'kitzur, in short, that it's me. Anatomy, it represents me. It's comparable to me. I've sinned, and therefore this animal is in place of me. It's like I'm killing myself. I'm bringing myself on the altar. I'm surrendering completely. Myself, killing myself, my ego. We demonstrate with a korban in a real and tangible way our deepest desire to dissolve into the infinite, to give ourselves over, leiv and nefesh, our entire essence, completely burnt to Hashem. To nullify ourselves as part of Hashem, to be one with Hashem. Ve'eshpoch as nafshi l'fnei Hashem, mechana davening to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, just like a sincere tefillah is a pouring out of the soul in utter nullification. Bringing a korban is the exact same thing. The world stands on three things. Avoda. Now we understand better. Avoda is giving of oneself to Hashem. It's no wonder that the world stands on this concept. This is demonstrated by Karbanos, and this Avoda continues in our tefillah and our prayer today. We turn to Hashem in this time of need, in this time of suffering, and we say we have nothing besides you, but with you we have everything. We ask Hashem for refuah shalema, for a complete recovery for so many people in Klal Yisrael. We ask Hashem for assistance, all the people who no longer know where their parnasa, where their livelihood is coming from. We are completely dependent on you. That's the call of the hour. We have more of a connection, perhaps today, than any other time in our lives to these concepts, because we feel so helpless. Let us use this Shabbos, the incredible connection of Shabbos. Let's use our amazing power of tefillah, of prayer, to pour out our essence in tefillah during these difficult times. That's the ultimate sacrifice. Everyone have a wonderful and beautiful and uplifting Shabbos of connection. Have a great Shabbos.